Cybernation Uncensored.
Hi everybody, welcome to wow, where am I?
Words.
Cybernation Uncensored. Players, why don't we all say hi so everybody can see if we're mics and whatnot are working.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep, we're all working. We're good.
I think it's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, they'll yell at us. So,
Yep.
it's all good. Welcome to Cybernation Uncensored. I'm Tracy, aka Stinkpalm 007, and this is session 4 of I Know You're a Twit, but What Am I? In this campaign, a rich exec's erratic behavior has seriously disrupted Night City's primary social media platform, The Garden. The crew has been hired to rectify the situation. But before we get into that, I want to thank our sponsors. So thank you to Lion Banner Games, Studio Agate, Free League Publishing, Sirenscape, Fantasy Grounds, Modifius, and Loki Battle Mats. We wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. And also I want to thank R. Talsorian because they made a badass game, and I love it. So with that out of the way, we'll do our introductions before we get into the game. So I'm Tracy. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and sometimes Reddit as Stinkpalm007. I'm a ttrpg creative and pro GM. I run numerous games each week through Start Playing. Currently, primarily doing Cyberpunk, and I have been doing my part to get new people into Cyberpunk lately because I've got a bunch of new players. Which is fun. I love it. I love having new players because you never know what they're going to do. I mean, you don't know what normal players going to do, but yeah. So that's me. So let's pass it over to everybody else. Let's meet our fantastic players. Kurt, why don't you go first?
Howdy, everybody. I'm Kurt, also known as Covenant, the Horrible Alchemist. You can find me everywhere at those cool things down there, right there. Yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. Instagram's the same as my Twitter, if you want to go on there. I post on there far less regularly than I do on Hive. Twitter's pretty much where I go because I'm a creature of habit.
No.
It's what happens. Anyway, so, yeah, hi. That's where you can find me. I'm Burnout, your resident harebrained med tech. Who's really strung out and very much feels like he's the old man. Even though he's not the old man, but is the old man. It's weird. I'll put out blurbs about stuff where you can find me and all kinds of things like that at the end, because I have to do recap today, so saving my words.
Don't want to run out. All right, let's move on to Diamond Dust.
Hello, everybody. I'm Diamond Dust. I'm a VTuber from the Moonlighters Network. You can find me here. Definitely, you can find me on Discord, especially on Discord late at night when I'm working. You can find me over on Twitter. I think. No, I'm not on. Well, sometimes you might catch me on VR chat. Depends on the place. And also some other funky websites where some funky things go on. But on top of that, I play Frost, your kind of up-and-coming corp solo. Very much still trying to find something that's a little bit more stable for her. And she is also trying her hand at maybe a little bit of covert stuff while we're at it.
All right. And last but not least, we have Crimson. So go ahead.
Hey, y'all. Crimson Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are they, them, she, and they, and today I am playing Dreamer, the Nomad. And she's honestly just like trying to put shit together best as she can, trying to figure all of this shit out. But she's a little bit scatterbrained, not the most educated person, and she's forgetful. Mostly because I am. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to the session.
I got to get a tagline like that. I got to figure something out, right? Because every week I hear Crimson do her tagline, and I'm just like, God, that's catchy.
It's good. It's good.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah. I had another thought, but then it went away.
Oh, by the way, I guess I don't know if any of you other Cyberpunk fans noticed. I just want to interject. Don't worry. I've heard from the Reddit. There are more books coming. It's due to a recent influx from other tabletop communities. The supply chain has gone down. So don't worry. There should be more to come.
all right.
Monster, not a paid sponsor.
So, before we move on to Burnout doing our recap, I want to stop and drop my little disclaimer. This story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the co-creations of the insanity of this table. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Absolutely coincidental. Like, I would never do
Completely.
anything based on reality. In fact, I would never use games to make commentary on current events or any similar thing. So,
But
just want to be clear.
Yeah, so we can't be sued for this.
Correct.
So, with that, I'm going to pass it over to. No, before that, I'm going to say I put together a folder on Google Drive for y'all with pictures of our characters, some character sheets, a map, UR schedule, and other fun things. So if you're interested, take a look at it. And I'm dropping that into chat. So now we can pass it over to Burnout to recap.
A little behind the scenes, but not behind the scenes. All right. So, I'm legal pad old when it comes to taking notes.
I still use those.
So I mean, just y'all are in for a treat. To catch us up to speed. Let's see here. Yes. All right. So what we learned from last session is that we've met very creepy people. Very, very creepy people who, do body sculpting out of subway cars. And then we realized that... So, we found out the following things. All right. Something about... here we go. UR is posting on the garden, tweeting, and is doing the whole disabling people that are speaking out against UR. TM. It is believed that UR currently has some sort of radiation poisoning. We're not quite sure on that. Let's see. There was a drone shooting in Upper Marina. I don't know how to say his name. I wrote Roche Bartmosh, but I don't think that was the actual name.
Rosh Bartmas.
That apparently has old netcode that UR wants and whatnot, and apparently with that old netcode, there's a lot of information that's there that was lost before the red. WorldSat is nervous about the situation with UR as they have a lot of interesting and neat ties to one another. There was a drone, the drone shooting, which may or may not be related, but we think they might be related. Let's see here. We also believe that possibly UR might be a full-on rabid or a fully cyberized person. We got more information on the habits of UR, where he goes, what he does. But the most important thing, Frost. I have this in big letters, all over my notes. Frost not only aced the interview, got the job, went behind the cool secret door, and then we found out, more importantly, Frost is the daughter of one of the senior executives at Lazarus. When was she gonna tell us that? When was she gonna tell us that?
I mean, probably never.
That's fair. But Burnout's burned out brain was this is predominantly what he could kind of cobble together. He shared a nice fine meal with Dreamer's family, managed to keep it down, more importantly, and we are chasing some interesting things that we've learned about the combat zone, predominantly the location of these drop-offs for where people who salvage tech out of the combat zones drop it off to the UR people and the I can't read my own notes right here. It was another company.
It's the hot zone.
Hot Zone, thank you.
Yes, the hot zone. But yes, they're selling salvage to Ziggurat.
Yes, to Ziggurat. And that concludes my very disjointed. I warned everybody. I did. I promise you. I warned them all before we did this. My notes are not in order. My notes don't make any sense to anybody but me. So there you go. You get Burnout's burned out version of the previous events. If you would like to know more, please feel free to go to the YouTube, click that like button, and hit that bell for Cyberpunk Uncensored, so you can catch up with all your fun friends on this lovely place. And plug. Yeah.
Thank you.
I tried to put in a command for YouTube, but you guys don't use funky commands like that, I see. Oh, there we go.
Wait. Oh, you did put it
Back
in.
over to you, Jim.
Nice. So, that's where we're catching up with our team. Frost has just finished an interview. It's Monday. We're approaching about noon. Frost is done with the interview, but does have a meeting at 2 with your handler. We have Burnout, and we have Dreamer in the hot zone, hanging out with the bootleg redressers, Dreamer's family. And we have Pseudo, who's been MIA all morning. Let's go with the let's start off with Frost. You just aced your interview, so what do you want to do? You got a couple hours, but you're over in the upper marina.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to make sure that my suit, my work attire, which Frost is actually very fond of the very simple uniforms compared to having to put on complex disguises. So she's, going to go get, some protective stuff for her suit to keep it from getting, ruined. Probably grab food before she's off to go see Crisis.
All right. So your suit, you're in the upper marina. You could probably find a dry cleaner-esque place of some sort that can, help with Scotch guarding it, basically, and prepping your suit. And you can go grab, there's pretty much anything you want to eat in the upper marina, because it's expensive. So, yeah, you drop off your suit. No big problem. It's close to Ziggurat. Probably it's a, place that a lot of the employees use anyways because it's close to work. And you're able to go grab yourself a bite to eat, and you're just going to kind of hang out until it's time for your meeting.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend the 20 eddies for a good meal, I assume.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, then we'll just kind of leave you on pause for a minute. We'll go over, deal with the hot zone stuff a little bit, and then come back to you for your meeting.
Sounds great.
All right. So, Dreamer and Burnout, you guys are hanging out in the hot zone, and You had talked about the warehouse that Ziggurat uses to buy stuff from reclaimers and salvagers out of the hot zone. You had also talked about some of the things that had come out of the hot zone, and some of the more general, rumors and whatnot. So, what are you guys wanting to do?
I would definitely like to inquire to Dreamer's family about this possible, like, freaking psycho rumor that there's a psycho running around, like there's a cyber psycho running around the hot zone. Like, legit, like, that's bad. And so it's got Burnout a little paranoid because they're kind of unpredictable.
Well, if you ask about that, I think Dreamer might actually say something along the lines of, well, there could be a cyber psycho around, but honestly, my good buddy old Harold over here said that, like, throughout the years, every once in a while, there's like this old cyber croc that pops up in the hot zone. Apparently, like, somebody modded up a crocodile and just like released it out here. So that could be what we're actually hearing about.
So can I make a roll to determine whether or not I believe any of Dreamer's bullshit right there about the New York crocodile in the sewers?
Cyber croc. Yeah.
My bad.
Go.
Legally distinct and different. Cyber croc.
TM.
And scary.
TM.
Are you going for it?
It's like, look.
I am not 100% sure what I would roll for that.
Oh, phew.
There's no detect BS skill.
Well, there is
human
human perception if you want to see if you think Dreamer is lying.
100%. I do. 100%.
I'm sorry, but Cybercroc sounds like something that would be coming from that the Blood Nation would have brought with them from Florida. It is such a Florida man thing, in my opinion.
There you go.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right. Does the war with RNG continue? First roll of the night, friends. I mean, I rolled it. It's not as bad as a 1.
No, it's worse.
With a score like that, I'm just going to allow Dreamer to answer as you wish. So you can be truthful or not on your answer.
Legitimately, old Harold has told me about this many times. I'm not quite sure I believe him, but I'm going to pass along the message that he passed to me.
Fair enough. Okay.
I seen it. I seen that croc.
I know.
Old Harold comes
you bring it up
over.
all the time.
I seen it down there in the sewers. I was down there. Yeah. And it came after me. It almost took my leg, but I threw its can of food. And it ate some dog food, and it was hungry. And I ate all my dog food, but, I mean, the dog food's better than the kibble, but it was worth it.
See? You heard it straight from old Harold's mouth.
I mean, how can you argue with a story like that? I just, next thing he's going to tell me is to go dig holes or something.
Well, yeah, but not for the reason you think. And then he just starts staring off into space for a while. And just keeps staring.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that one.
That being said, with this conversation going on and me just wanting to introduce old Harold to my friend Burnout, can I actually make like a maybe a street smart check to see if I actually have heard about any cyber psychos running around or anything like that? Just like that kind of stuff.
Go ahead. That sounds like street. No. Do your local expert.
Local expert? I can do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you're from the hot zone.
Yeah, but I didn't put. I only have the 2 points in it, so that's way lower. Yeah, not even breaking a 10.
Yeah. All right. I mean, there's the normal stuff, right? People go missing in the hot zone. This is fact. It happens. Why? Well, there's a lot of conjecture around that. Once in a while, bodies are found, but there are packs of dogs and crap like that in the hot zone. They fare pretty well, and there are things that will eat anything that dies out there, or maybe just eat somebody. There are definitely the rumors of the shadows. The shadows of those who died in the blast of Arasaka have been scorched into the realm, and they come back and occasionally snatch up people, and who knows what happens to them? They just disappear into the shadows. So there's that people talk about, and I mean there's the issue with and this it's rumored that there are corps that let people dig up their tech out of the hot zone and then just do hits on them when they come out with their things to get it back, so they don't have to put in the effort, and it's cheaper, less risk. And so
I brought that up last week.
Yep. And so people do go missing sometimes after they get a big haul. Now others say it's probably just them going on a bender or pissing off the wrong person while they're drunk or something. But nobody knows. Mortality rate's fairly high in the hot zone. If you were a cyber psycho in the middle of Night City, the hot zone wouldn't be a bad place to hunt.
Let's be real, the mortality rate's kind of high in every low-income neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fairly comparable to the combat zones too, and
Yeah.
You got different mortalities, different ways of dying.
I ring up Diamond to check in because her interview should be done by now.
Cool. Yep, you get a call, Diamond.
Frost opens up her agent. You just can't. Well, Burnout, hello. How can I help you?
Well, did you get the job?
Yes, I did. I've actually, I got I'm a little bit higher than just normal entry position, so I think I did okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Grandma's gonna be so proud.
Yeah. I just need something a little more stable than like, hey, is there work? No. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That's true. You didn't have any problems with your old boss, did you?
Well, I will be seeing her here soon. I don't think there's gonna be any problems. It might be a little awkward. What are you looking at?
No,
Anyway.
No, what were they looking at?
Just, Frost is just kind of just a little on edge, so she's going to just be a little off.
So,
here and there,
how long do you think you're gonna need before?
Why? What's going on?
Well, because so there's this really cool party that's going on, and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So maybe Dreamer and I can swing by, scoop you up. It's supposed to be like a banger of a good time.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Right out on the edge of Little China, right at the intersection. I'll see you there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
So, I guess you got the job. I mean, it sounds like you heard all that anyway, but,
Well, I didn't hear her end, but I heard yours, and it sounds like you were replying with affirmatives, and, doing a little code speak, and that's cool.
Yeah. I think that we should probably check out this pickup drop off point that for this tech. I feel like it's a lead.
Yeah. You want to go check out Ziggy's warehouse and see if they got anything there? Maybe scope out the inside while their hours are open, and then come back later to actually scope it out from the outside?
I would feel a bit more comfortable if we went and scooped Frost up. Like, I'm good at patching holes, but not necessarily making them. And that seems to be a set of skills that Frost would be very good for. So, like,
oh yeah,
maybe we go that route,
Yeah, I hear you. That sounds fair. I was just thinking maybe we could, like, before we do anything drastic, we stop in under the guise of looking at the equipment they're selling. That way we can get a ocular scan of the inside of the building before we come back and do something later on.
Right. I gotta get the voice on. I'm dropping the voice. Right. Yeah, that sounds like a damn good idea. Yes. Let's do that.
All right. Let's do that really quick, and then we'll run and pick up Frost right after that. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. So you guys head on out. And the warehouse is not terribly far from where you are. But, I mean, the question is, you're on the south side of the hot zone. You can actually see it on the map that I put in that folder, so anybody who wants to look. And the warehouse is more on the east side of the hot zone. So you can go out and around on normal streets, or you can go through the hot zone. There's ways to get through the hot zone over there. But, they're trickier than driving normally.
All right, so what do you think? Do you want to take the scenic route, or do you want to get there fast?
Last time I checked, you're the wheel person. I'm just riding.
All right, then. I'm gonna have to blast through the hot zone on all of the open streets and get there as quick as possible.
All right. So, we're just gonna do why don't you just give me, like, say, 3 drive checks just right up front, and then we'll go run through.
I would like to point out that, like, when Dreamer gets that grin that I have no doubt that Dreamer had, that is I'm currently seeing on Crimson's face, Burnout very much, like, puts on the seatbelt, finds something else to strap himself down to the vehicle, and then pulls out a little doggy bag and just keeps it handy, just in case.
Nice. I mean...
26, 24, 26.
Yep. That is a nomad. Yeah, this is your home turf. And so it's been a little bit since you have gone crazy on the streets here. And so you go tearing out of the parking lot, dry open area that you guys use as your, in front of your buildings. But you go tearing out of there, down this dirt road, flying across, it's Burnout. You're seeing the road, and, like, there's, like, about enough room for about a tire and a half in 2 spots across the road, and the rest is all, like, mangled. And, Dreamer's nailing this at, like, 60 miles an hour on dirt, gravel, and you're just like, holy shit, you can see the 1,000 ways people die in these accidents. You have seen the 1,000 ways people die.
Yeah.
And flying down
as I'm driving, I'm just like, hey, so what do you think? Like, if I got one of those installed, the wave recorder things, think I could sell this footage?
And, like, and she's doing that. She's coming around this corner, and then you see what looks like the remnants of a little bit of a freeway entrance or exit. It's going up, but it goes up, and then you're like, oh shit, there's not a whole lot more to this, except for part of the ramp going up. And like does this big ass leap across a building that's collapsed over there, and all this rubble comes down on the other side's entrance ramp, and comes tearing all around and flying into the. There's actually kind of a parking lot there at the ziggurat warehouse, but comes flying in, flips the car at 180 degrees, slides into a spot backwards, and is like, "Yep, we're here."
Yeah. How you feeling?
I thought the air ambulances were bad. Okay, so we're here in one piece. Like, he gets out of the car and kind of, like, walks like a newborn giraffe initially. Like, he's seen some shit, and then there's dreamers driving. And so, like, it's, yeah.
Yeah. So, you're standing there. There is basically a dirt parking lot. There's some concrete under parts of it, but off to your left is a building. It is a ziggurat-type structure built out of cargo containers. There are 2 cargo containers on the first level, and then it goes in from there at the top, one level at a time of cargo containers. And it is basically a warehouse looking thing that is there. You see past the warehouse, there is a road that actually looks serviceable, like you would be able to drive, 40 miles an hour or something on it. I mean, Dreamer would probably take it at 140, but, but there's an actual road, and that heads off into civilization of the Upper Marina.
All right. I mean, I get out. I just like, well, I guess we're gonna go take a look, huh?
Yeah, sounds good. Get out of the car, close it, and just like check out it. Yeah, all right, we're good. We're good. None of the rocks really did any damage. We're good. So yeah, what do you think? If I got one of those brain dance recorders, think I could sell this footage?
I mean, it is definitely an adrenaline ride. That is for sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Let's go check this out real quick so we can go pick up Frost. See if they got anything cool in here.
Will do.
So, yeah, you're out in the parking lot. There's a number of other vehicles. Most of them, well, they look like crap compared to yours. A lot of pickup trucks, a lot of fairly beaten up things, a couple dune buggy type vehicles. There's some people milling about. And then the building looks like a ziggurat. It's got big front gate type doors. They're right at the entrance. They're open right now because they're open for business. And it's just got a big ziggurat sign on it. So you just head inside to find the general shop or whatever not.
All right, so we go check it out.
Right, cool. Yeah, let's head in.
So inside, you come through the gate, and there's a small corridor kind of going in, basically one cargo container length that parallels this entry area, and then you come out, and it's more like open, but it's not entirely open. There's rows of supports along certain areas holding up parts of the cargo containers, but you can see the containers ahead of you. You see that some of them are actually in use. There's like office doors and whatnot. Some of them are labeled. As you kind of walk into the bigger open area, there's a big long counter that stretches across probably like a 40-foot container length or so. about 40 feet, and then like an area back behind them with like shelves and whatnot. But there's a number of people in there. It's not terribly busy. Um, Dreamer, you'd know that when this place is crowded, it's not crowded by city standards because I mean, they most of them have at least backpacks or carts or other things full of stuff they're trying to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, it it's like crowded, like in that manner. But it's not too bad right now. And guys, there's several people up at the counters, just kind of dealing with customers.
All right, cool. Can I just like take a look around and see if I see anything that looks interesting real quick? Can I like make a roll for that?
Yeah, sure. What would be of particular interest? So most of what they're selling is not today's not great stuff. It's they bought too many screws and bolts for some projects, and they have like some extra desks. Nobody buys those desks because they're all glass and it's ridiculous. Like you
Yeah.
don't sell those to reclaimers, but they have some extra desks sitting around. Um, the computers and stuff are probably all gone, but if you're looking for something like that, we can do a luck check to see.
I mean, I'm mostly looking around, seeing what's on the slate today, so I can actually talk more effectively to the people at the desk when I get to them. Just like I know how good at negotiating these people are, so I plan on walking away from whatever I decide to like I don't plan on making a purchase, but I want to make it
All right.
seem like I'm going to.
Okay. Um,
Do they have any cyberware?
Do they have any cyberware or car upgrade parts?
um, car upgrade parts, no, but
Okay.
cyberware, they do have some neural links, and neural link interface plug combos where they're like required connected. They were an older version. Ziggurat bought a few too many for some of their peoples, and so those were on the table. And then they also have some other like more expensive crap that's on sale. They have a couple spider drones, the active defensive drones with guns. Those run in the big numbers. I don't remember what they cost, 10,000,
Yeah,
or
they're
something like that.
probably luxury
Um,
or the next step above luxury.
yeah, so those are pricey items there if you're looking for something like that. Um, but yeah, and most of the people that are selling today are selling pretty standard stuff. They're scrounging up, pieces of electronics that are in fairly good condition, or hell, people are always selling copper wiring and things like that. Um, Fiber optic cable, those sorts of things, always because they're easy to get out of a lot of places and they sell.
I just Burnout. You see anything here that you might be interested in that I can maybe try to barter for, even if like it's not something you need, just so I can have like a way to step in and chat with them for a bit? Because I'm sure they're not gonna just want to talk without the promise of a purchase, even if we don't make it.
Those interface modules might be interesting.
Yeah.
They look a little dated. But like it's that whole sometimes that old shit was good shit. Maybe
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
like the kind of stuff that like UR's been in here looking for, maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. We can check that out for sure. Yeah. Would I know approximately how much those things typically go for?
Yeah, I mean, so interface plugs are 500 and Neuralinks are 500. So they would probably be asking for 1,000 for it. It's a dated model and it's required to be joint, so it's probably not worth that. But they tend to over ask for their stuff.
Mm-hmm. All
Um,
right, yeah. Do we have the cash on us just in case? Because if I can get us a hella good deal, I might just take it.
I have about, how much you say, about 500 you said?
1,000.
Oh, 1,000? I have,
I know that we did get a lump up front of like 4,000 or something.
Yep, you have
that
a.
we haven't done. Would we have
I'd
that
pull it from
on
that
us?
then. I was like, because I've
Yep.
only got about 500 eddies in my own basic
Yeah,
bank
this
account.
is mission funds, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Yeah.
It was an expense account.
Yes.
So it's the advantage of being hired by a naive corpo. So yeah, you have that, and you guys can pull straight from that if you want, if
Yep.
you need
all
to.
right.
All right.
I'll just grab one of those and start walking up to the counter.
Yeah, you head over there. I look to you. Will that be it? That's
Well, I got some questions. Like, do you got anything cool coming in anytime soon? Like, what's up? What's the deal? Where's the good shit?
you guys. You know that I can't tell you guys when shipments are coming in.
Oh, but can't you do it for me? Come on.
You know, if you want to roll persuasion, you can, or you can roll barter, conversation. And like
which
there's
is
slightly
my
different ways of approaching it, but
Actually, persuasion would be my best there with a plus 12. Well, with a 12 base.
Is there any way for
so
me to
that plus-
assist?
yes, there is. You could jump in the conversation, or you could do something else and roll a complimentary.
Could I use, you know what? Hang on, let's see. Can I use cyber tech to basically help the haggle? Like with the, oh, well, it's got like this, and that's going to have to be fixed, and then this is going to have to be repaired and replaced, and...
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That is a reasonable thing to be doing. So,
Ha-ha!
Oh yes.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
so, yeah, Burnout. You practically know the the name of the kid of the guy who designed this thing. Like, you know everything there is to know about it. You've seen these before. I mean, they're a solid model. They're old, but they sometimes getting rid of the bells and whistles means they work better. And so this particular one is in good shape. Probably slightly used. These old ones they used to cycle through people multiple times, because you required for work. And then if you got fired, and they didn't kill you, then, or even if they did usually, then they might repurpose it for another person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't speak to me of the old code. I was there when it was written.
Yeah, my friend here has all these issues with this thing, but we do still kind of want it. Like, I'll tell you what, I can probably give you 500 bits for it. 500.
They're marked as 1,050
but
Euro
you can
dollars.
do better than that. You know that's just a suggestion.
It just doesn't. I mean, let's take a look at this thing. And Burnout, you're pointing out things that you're like, this is this sort of damage or whatever. That's like legitimately not even an issue. It's just like it looks slightly bad, and
I
he
just
doesn't-
I just stare at the person. Like if they're like it's cosmetic damage, I just look at them and go style over substance.
yeah, they're when you know this shit better than they do, like
Yeah. Like you're talking to a retail employee that sells TVs as someone who makes them, essentially.
yeah. So yeah, you're just like staring at him, and he's like, you know, getting hot under the collar, like, ooh, I, you know, I might be able
Tell
to
you
deny-
what. Tell you what. If you can give us the scoop, on this, we'll pay the full 1,000. If you can give us the scoop on the next big shipment, we'll pay the full 1,000.
All right.
Tell you what. I'll do you one better. How's about, right? Like so like we're in the business of flipping, right? So what we do is we take this old tech, we buy it, we refurbish it, and we put it back out there on the market, right? However, we're kind of an up-and-comer, right? But we do have startup cash. So, what say you this? You sell us the tech for 500, and then we'll slip you a cool 1,500 eddies if you tell us who else has been in here buying up y'all's tech. You know, because we kind of want to edge in on that market. And then, you know, maybe we cut a deal for long-term usage. You know, we come to you. You know, you get a cut. You get, you know, that kind of a thing going, right? But we've got to know who the competition is and who's all buying the tech from you.
Give me a bribe.
Yeah.
Can I help with that bribe?
Yes, you can. How are you wanting to help?
I'm just like, yeah, I mean, those are the words. That's what we're going for here. We'll
I'm
make
not very
you
good at
our
bribe.
we'll make you our exclusive dealer, like the exclusive person that we get shit from. And you'll make a lot of money off of us, and I'm just gonna roll it myself.
Give a lot of help. I need a lot of help.
You need a lot of help. All right. So really, Dreamer's the one selling this.
I mean, yeah.
You start spitting it out, and Dreamer picks it up and starts running with it, and he's like, "Ooh, all right, I might be able to tell you some stuff about this, but he glances back, and he looks at the guy in the nice suit in the back, and then he like."
Could I make a conversation roll?
Yeah.
To kind of like, I don't know, grease this guy's
Steer it.
wheels a little bit more. I'm not very good at bribery, but I can talk someone's ear off.
You can keep talking at him. So he's like, all right, you buy this at the normal price so I don't have to explain shit. And I can meet up with you after my shift. I can meet you at 4 o'clock at the, you know where the Curious Burrito is in the Upper Marina? Not the one over by Night City University.
At the mention of burrito, Burnout's eyes get real big.
You know where
said
that is?
The what burrito?
The Curious Burrito.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I'll meet you over there, 4 o'clock, and I can talk to you then.
Honestly, just so you know, if you don't show up, I'm gonna be really sad, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cry at you until you feel bad about it.
She will.
Uh,
I originally
I'll
had
be
no
there.
stake
I'll be
in
there.
this at all, and then she cried at me for like 2 straight days, and now I'm a partner in this business. It's
Yeah.
powerful. Those tears are powerful. They're moving.
Is she an ugly crier?
No, it's not that she's like, imagine like a 4-year-old girl's crying because her favorite toy got broke. Like, you just feel like shit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll be there. It's all good. Like, you give me the cash when I get there, but right now you got to buy this at normal price, so I have a nice till today, and the boss doesn't yell at me.
I'll tell you what, that's fair enough. But if we keep coming back, I want better deals than this, because this is a shit deal.
Can I use human perception to check, like low key, to see whether or not this dude's actually going to own up and he's going to show up? Like, am I getting
you
that
both
extra?
can.
Yeah, I definitely want to roll that.
I mean,
too.
it's a good thing to roll human perception when you're trying to bribe somebody.
17. I mean, that's not bad.
Where's that?
Not great, but not bad.
And 17 is a fairly decent
Hey!
result. Oh!
Oh,
26.
So, for those of you at home who can't see the die roller, apparently Dreamer can make no bad rolls ever. And so, yeah.
I've been bad on a couple of the rolls.
Not when it mattered.
True.
All right. Yeah. So with the 26, he's nervous. Not the kind of person who generally takes a bribe. But you offered a lot of money for a retail person. You know. I mean, that's a fucking month's rent.
And I'm sure he makes commission off of this. So.
And so, like, you know, he's seeing dollar signs right now. He seems honest enough. But like I said, he's not the kind of person who would normally take a bribe or something of that nature. So you never quite know with somebody like that because they probably don't even know themselves how they'll deal with it. So about as reliable as you could expect. But you never know. You know?
Yeah, fair.
That's kind of what you're getting. He's being honest about it. When he says he will be there, he is speaking honestly at this moment.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you there. I hope that you'll come hang out with us. Here's the Addies. I just hand them like a chip that has exactly 1,000 on it, and I'm just like, here you go. That's for you. We'll take this. Here you go, Burnout. And yeah, I just handed you the thing.
He just like starts acting like he's tinkering with it.
And while I'm in here, can I actually do what I want intentionally? Like, the intention was to come in here and actually look around, get a look at all of the exits, get a look at when I'm at the counter, I'm gonna be like looking behind the guy, seeing if there's anything back there that looks like we should have to worry about it, stuff like that. I want to be able to so essentially scope the place out as best as I can.
In this case, I'm going to probably have you guys both do one perception, and then
perception. You wish me to perceive? Oh no!
Yeah, I know it's asking a lot.
I'm not great at perception either.
But
not
I
bad.
Also think that a basic tech roll would be good from you guys.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of tech around and a lot of stuff around. And so having an idea what's going on with that might be helpful.
I have a plus 11 and I rolled a 31 on perception.
Oh, what did I get? What did I get?
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my
god. I got a 19 on perception. And you said a tech roll?
Basic tech.
Basic tech.
I'm not
so both Kurt and basically both Burnout and Dreamer both rolled critical successes, so yeah, that happened.
Yeah, my tech isn't good.
21 on tech.
All right, so this place is a fire hazard from hell. There is one exit. It is the front door. The security station is actually the cargo container that lines the front entryway. There are portions of this hole, because the whole damn thing is metal, that have been electrified, mainly the front doors. So they can flip that on if they want to. Let's see, 21 on basic tech. Let's see, you're both also picking up... they do have cameras in here. So presumably you have some sort of net system or something like that going on. The exec in the back is kind of messing around with some paperwork at a desk. But there are some other like little offices off the side of basically some of those cargo containers that were used to make the outer hull of this are occupied. They have a lot of stock in the back, but the amount of stuff you see people like giving at this place, like it doesn't quite add up to you, like where they're storing everything. Something's off about that. And burnout. Your basic tech. So, in the back of the like storage area, pretty far back, there is something with the floor. You're not sure what it is from this distance, but there's like a metal panel across part of the floor that is like looks a little bit different than the rest of it. It just doesn't quite line up with some of the other areas, and you're not sure what to make of it until you get over there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you know, it looks very much out of place to you.
All right.
And yeah, that's what you guys are going to pick up off of this. Oh, and in terms of security, they probably have what you would probably have caught most of the security with with all those rolls.
With a 31?
Yeah. So, they have like 6 armed security. They are wearing like flak jackets, so they're armored up. They are generally equipped with shotguns and rifles. So they're geared up heavy. They're not messing around. Basically, you know, they could repel off a group of reclaimers trying to bust in. And they have some other like the front door being electrified and stuff like that. So they have some other defenses.
Does it feel like those guards are a little too well equipped for this kind of a operation?
I'm not sure that Burnout would have an idea around that.
So, logic speaking, right? Like, or not logically speaking, but this is Kurt's thought process, aka Burnout's thought process, right? He's been to a lot of trauma team responses, right? Okay. And so the higher the level, the security that those places have, right? The higher their response is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like he's used to seeing different levels of security personnel. Generally they're dead or on the ground, hence trauma team had to be called. But he's used to seeing different levels of like security, right?
All right.
From like front desk security kind of thing to the Arasaka vault guards kind of thing. He's probably seen just about everything in between.
All right. Yeah, from that perspective, these guys are not like Arasaka vault guards, but they might be like R&D lab level. You know, like we don't want people in here, but this isn't our most precious of secrets. But it would rank up there, so probably 3/4 the way up your continuum of, or 2/3 or 3/4 up your continuum of levels of security.
Okay.
So they are, I mean, it's fairly hefty armor and equipment.
Nah, that's that whole. He's looking at basically the junk that's there on the. He's looking at the guards, looking at the junk that they're selling, right, and whatnot. And I'm attempting to deduce whether or not there is a little too much security for what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. Based on your experience, then this is kind of what you're seeing, and it does look like it's pretty hefty for the value of what is present.
I'm going to attempt to make a deduction roll so I can at least back it up with numbers. This is where I will fail.
Yeah, I don't think you've made a deduction roll yet.
Shh, don't jinx it. It's a 14.
All right. It wasn't a crit fail, so.
Yeah. It wasn't a crit fail again.
All right. So yeah, that's basically what you're seeing. And it is 4:07, so I think we should probably do our break. Do a quick break, and then I maybe flip over to Frost or something like that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yee.
So, we're gonna take a break, chat. We will leave mics hot, so you can stick around and listen to the chaos if there is any, or go check out the cool folder that I put up for everybody. All right, thank you.
Be back in a few, folks.
Very soon.
And we're on break, y'all.
All right. And they can still hear us.
Yes, they can. They can
Awesome.
very much hear everything you are about to say.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Ramen time.
Ramen! That's right,
Yeah.
folks. Eat your noodles.
we're doing
I already
good
did.
job. I think that we got a good start here. I did just want... Oh, are you still there, Diamond?
Yo, what's up?
All right. I did want to say, like, sorry for making that scene a little bit longer
Yeah.
and not giving you the
No,
spotlight
no,
yet.
no.
So,
do your thing. You gotta
right.
do your thing. Do your prep work. I like, as a GM, I enjoy it when my players do prep work, especially, and I think Frost is going to appreciate that you guys do prep work, so you're not tossing her into a hot fire, especially with her own new employer. Anyway.
Cool.
I need to get something in my system because my body's like, hey, we're gonna pass out. All right,
I'm gonna go sneak in a quick cigarette. I'll be right back too.
I need some water.
Back in
I'll be right
just a
back.
sec.
Yes.
And you're left with just me as they all run off. I apologize in advance. This is KMFDM Radio, bringing you yet again another intermission break. I hope you're all having a wonderful time out there in digital space and enjoy the sights and sounds of Night City.
Also, I'm sorry about my model also having a dead stare. Let me just there we go.
It's like
It's gonna
looking
take a
into
few
the
minutes
eyes
to
of
boil.
God. They're soulless.
Oh yeah, like I mean, Kurt. I guess something that I just
No! It haunts me. It haunts my dreams.
hi, I'm your sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, no! I mean, hey.
I don't bite, so.
Oh, well, get out then.
Oh, okay then.
That took a
Also,
minute.
by the way, who else is excited for Black Chrome? Just wanted to throw that
Yo,
out there.
like
Oh,
for
that
real,
sucks.
seriously. Okay, so like I want to know. Like I'm like, what's in the book? I want to know.
Well, you know, kind of what's in the book.
I mean, okay, kind of, yes, but like I want the book in my hands.
Oh yeah,
Well,
no,
I
need.
Well, I saw something for like apps, and I was working on my homebrew, like some phone apps. And I'm just like, oh there, oh no, are we gonna finally get apps for our agents? Or agents not just a little style and wardrobe thing, and library search?
Yeah, it'd be nice to do some extra stuff with your phones. I mean, my players get good use out of his library search. You know, I have some people that are like, second they hear about anything, it's like, well, I want to search the pool for that.
I mean, we can't really do too terribly much with our agents, or else it can cause issues.
No, that was a wrinkle I consciously decided to like throw in the way just to
It makes sense.
make things interesting.
All I'm saying is, we're putting a lot of heart and soul and work into this warehouse, and I am just waiting for Tracy to pull the rug and be like, "No, there was literally nothing here. You did all that for nothing. Absolutely
that tile.
nothing."
That tile just so happened to be there.
Right? Like we move the tile, and
herring.
it's literally just like
just
it's the
floor.
septic tank. Like, ah,
Oh gosh, have you ever opened a septic tank?
yes, I have.
Ramen.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find out. What? You look at me like that. Or
Because
you won't find out.
because you're just like, you'll find out. Like,
Or you won't. You'll do it or no. Sometimes
Throw my
I don't
body
even
around.
know until you do it.
That's wait, what? Sometimes you don't even know until we do it?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. Players always do things that you don't expect.
I mean, yes.
Oh god. My poor model is getting thrown around so hard. Pretty sure I broke the neck. Alright, so, of course, crunch the ramen, boil the water, and snort the flavor packet. Boom.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Easy
Yep.
peasy. It'll all mix in the stomach. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, if you want it to taste good, just.
I don't know why, but I can't help but like you made me think of Borderlands. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them. There's a mission where you're working with some like rebels or whatever, and they need food, and you do this whole raid, and you get flavor packets for ramen. That's all
yeah.
there was in there. Only the flavor
Yep.
packets.
I think that was like Borderlands. I think that was Borderlands 2.
I feel like maybe two.
We
But,
tried to stream it over on our channel, but for some reason Borderlands does not like to cooperate. So.
But I don't know. That's man, you can snort a lot of ramen flavor packets.
I really kind of want to make like a Claptrap-esque character for like someone that's just as obnoxious as Claptrap, though. Just like they're important, they're useful, but my gosh, are they annoying? But yeah, also working on the insurance corp, trying to make something that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, your thing. I think you have something good going there. I haven't spent the time to think about it like deeply. But
Truly
yeah,
or
no.
madly?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
the
madly
thing is,
comes after the deep thinking.
Oh.
the thing
you,
is,
you
though,
have to find that deep insanity.
with Neighborly, that basically it's an insurance corp by a couple of trust fund babies, one from Trauma Team, one from Muskogee, Maryland Finch, decided to get together and make this. And they have the really really cheap plans for the poor people, so that way they can hit everybody.
Well, I mean, you got to have a customer base. So, and I mean, insurance is not a bad business because you're literally like, I know how much people cost this last, like all these other years, and I'm going to charge you more than that. Like
Yeah, we have a 100 package. We'll cover like some basic things, and if you need to get some equipment repaired, yeah, just pay your monthly premium, and we'll help you out there with reducing the prices. Just don't miss your payments, or it's ours.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's I guess let's get back with everything.
We've been forgetting about our +2s again, and I just wanted to remind everyone about that.
Yeah,
I've banked like...
We're gonna use them all for the boss fight.
Oh yeah, good point.
Just bank them. Just bank them. They got rollover. They roll over like minutes.
I don't know.
I'm that old, friends. I'm talking about rollover minutes.
Oh,
that's right.
Gosh, rollover. I was on the tail end of that.
All right, and coming back. And 3, 2, 1, and boom! They can see our faces again.
Hello.
Hello.
I've acquired ramen.
Yep. The necessary ramen's been acquired, and we are ready to keep playing. So thank you for sticking around during break. And we are going to move on over to Frost. It's about time for you to go meet up your handler.
All right, where is Crisis having me meet today?
Crisis having you meet. You have a you have the address. It is over in the Glen. It is a large apartment building, Con-App type building.
Okay.
Number of Lazarus people live over there. They got a deal on apartments at some point and shoved a bunch of people over there.
I imagine the suits more than the soldiers.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, solos don't get Con-Apps, So, but you're meeting over there, and when you arrive, the bottom, area, there's the entrance area, there's the elevators, but then much of it has been turned into a giant, almost like warehouse-esque space for the God damn it, my brain just for Blast Off Bouncetarium. And it is a kid's bounce house place. It is a giant warehouse full of bouncy house things, as well as obstacle courses, slides, and all sorts of things. I'm sure some of the parents out there know exactly what I'm talking about. But it is full of every type of bounce house thing that you could ever imagine, and shapes that you probably didn't think about. She texts you to as it gets close to 2 o'clock, she texts you and tells you to go, meet her over by the Badger's Burrow. And so you arrive, and there's kids everywhere. Crappy concession stand selling cold coffee and, crappy, everything there sucks. But overpriced. You definitely get to pay for it. There's parents kind of sitting off at tables and stuff around, more or less circling the perimeter of the playing area. And you spot Crisis sitting off over, off to the left side, down about 3/4 of the way down the building, sitting there, with a cup of coffee in front of her. Crisis is older, maybe not quite, probably 50s, 60s, and she has short, sandy blonde hair. She has a giant scar that goes from the top of her head down through her chin, and it's literally under the chin and across the top of the head. She took a mono katana many a year ago. And she's dressed in a nice blue suit, blue shirt with, just kind of sitting there chilling, keeping an eye on her kid that's running around, being crazy.
Ross is gonna come over, just quietly have a seat. Hello, Vicky.
Hey, Weiss. So, what you need today?
So, you know, things like this are gonna come to pass, and I figured you'd be the first to know before anyone else, and she's just gonna uh, pass over the letter of resignation. Um, I, as much as I did enjoy doing contract work, I think I need something a little bit more stable. And with Lazarus, like to try to get on any of the stable positions, it's like a lottery, it seems. So
Yeah. And she's like, just wondering if this day would come. She looks at your letter and kind of reads it through, um, very quietly. Looks up after a moment. Um, and says, "Yeah, it takes a while to get any of the salaried positions, but
and I've been here for quite a few years, and it's just when you have to hop from cube hotel to cargo container. I hope you understand.
it's unfortunate to see you go. But you know, honey, I always want what's best for you. So
I know.
you got to move on if you got to move on. You are going to need to return any mission logs that you have,
Oh
and
yeah.
any equipment that you may still have. Um,
Uh, I own all my equipment at this point, but she pulls out her old Lazarus tablet and passes it over.
yeah, she's like, "Thank you." Yeah, you know the boys in accounting.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
they'll count every bean. So, well, then my only question on that for you is, well, my two questions. One, do you want to continue with any contract work?
I would say, okay. I'm currently right now working just a side gig, like I do side work, and I'm doing some side work for one of the other local fixers right now, and it seems like depending on where I'm getting put with Ziggurat, I could, I'm potentially going to be in a very very well position for someone with my skills. So they're probably going to want me around full time.
All right.
If it doesn't work out, I imagine the doors are going to be open for me to come back.
Oh, always.
I mean, I'll probably have to work my way back up, but oh, what's a few more accountants being moved?
I mean, yeah, you'll lose part of your seniority, but
Yeah.
you know.
Um, I know mom and dad are probably not going to give much of shit. Just I don't hear from them anymore, so. Like, you're probably the last I talked to, and I don't know what the deal is with that.
Uh, I'll pass along to your parents. Um, but
Oh, they still talk. Okay.
I mean, they've always talked a lot. Just, do you really want to listen? I mean,
Well, when I
but
decided I wanted to do wet work instead of pushing papers around, I just kind of got that look of we're not mad,
yep.
but then I just haven't heard from them since. Ever since I started working for you.
Yeah, they you know, they have their hangups after the war, um, and a lot of people that I worked with back then did not get through. So
I
they're just
get
worried
that.
for you.
But that's always what it was about is, well, the war this, the war that, the war this. We should make sure that you're in a position so you don't end up in this. It was always becoming a suit. Like, I have a degree in business. Great. But it doesn't work if I'm nowhere if I'm not even invested in it. However, like, this kind of stuff, I'd rather be running a team of guards instead of, a team of papers. Like, you understand.
Yeah, she you know, I I feel it. I do. And she's kind of staring off, um, that 1,000-yard stare of, thinking about something a long time ago. Um, but sometimes we do what we gotta do. I hope you're happy with your. I hope Ziggurat's a good place for you. So
It it seems much more stable, and I think with the line of work that I've been in, I'm probably gonna be working pretty good. I don't know if they ever called you for a reference or not, but
yeah, they called. Um, but yeah, Ziggurat. I mean, they're probably more stable, but just watch out because that UR guy. I mean, he's been flaming the scream sheets for weeks now.
I
Um,
know.
so
Where
things go
there
out too much. You
but
know
where
when
there's
to
fire,
grab your
there's
bag and
work.
go.
Oh yeah, I do. But where there's fire, where there's smoke, there's fire, and where there's fire, there's work. So, yeah,
Well, good luck.
of course. I'll still be welcome to visit, won't I? Every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I, oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Helena would be upset if you didn't stop by sometimes. That's her 6-year-old daughter.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, where is she?
And she's out there. You see, like, the Badger's burrow is interconnected, bouncy type tunnels with bounce houses with like other like jungle gym like pyramid things to climb on and such, and it's all like one interconnected thing. So basically, once a kid goes in there, they disappear. Um, and then like you see like a head pop up, hey mommy, and then like pop down and like disappear, and
At
you
first
get
noticing Helena, I'm
glimpses.
gonna wave.
Oh, and then she pops back up and waves, um, and then you know,
It's been a
uh,
couple years since I've seen her. She's getting bigger. So,
yeah,
I mean, then again, I also wasn't all beefed up with subdermal and all that stuff. So, all right.
yeah,
Well, I got I got some business to handle, but um, no hard feelings.
no hard feelings. Just
All
stay
right.
safe out there.
And also, if the team asks, uh, greener pastures. I might be back. Who knows? Maybe with my experience, I come back and maybe I get into a salaried position. But thank you for letting me work with your team, Becky.
Yeah,
And
proud to have you on, but yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go,
you're
and
also one of the best damn godmothers out there. With that, Frost gets up.
and you see like Vicky just gets real quiet. You see your eyes are like a little bit watery. There's never quite a tear,
Yeah.
but just not quite.
Yeah. Frost is not like very touchy feely. Normally you go for the hug, but like I think Vicky would understand Frost is very like cold when it comes to that. And it's
Yeah.
kind of where part of her name comes from. And she's off to go to the meeting point.
All right. Yeah, you head out to the meeting point. And Burnout and Dreamer. Did you have anything else you wanted to do at the warehouse, or are you just going to head straight over towards the meeting point?
I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, no, I basically got all of the info that I wanted to get from there, and yeah, I'm good to go. Head over to that area and see if we can't pick up a frost.
Yep. So yeah, you go tearing over there. It's not even really hard to go tearing around because you're coming out of the hot zone.
Coming out of the hot zone, I would actually slow down and obey the speed laws and everything because I don't want to draw unnecessary attention to us. But as long as we're in the hot zone, like the cops don't even go in there. We're good.
All right. So you go tearing through the hot zone. You come out into the upper marina. Slow way down. Behave for a few minutes. Yeah, you go swoop up Frost. And it's we'll say it's heading on towards 4 o'clock if you want to go meet with your new friend.
Well, once we pick up Frost, conversation, everything should be put out on the table.
Yeah.
So, got the job, and things are. I'm not quite high enough, but in case somebody calls in sick for our security detail, I might be up for grabs, possibly.
All right, that's cool. We actually
I do start work tomorrow, though.
Fair. We actually went down to the old zone, the old combat zone, checked out Ziggurat's warehouse out there, got some specs on the security for it, ended up making a purchase in hopes of getting some information in a minute here. You can come with us if you want. It's up to you. But we're going to be talking to one of the cashiers they had on staff there and see, like, if we can't get some info about, like, when big shipments are coming in, stuff like that, just so we can show up without looking suspicious later on and hopefully get someone that can get us in the door through that person.
Okay. Well, I think we're having quite a lovely coincidence here. Burnout, I see you feeling a little bit better.
I mean, I'm okay.
Please be gentle with our med tech.
I'm fine. I'm far more resilient than you give me credit for. Just,
Hey.
I mean, she just happens to drive in a manner that is, most medical professionals would deem as suicidal. But, I mean, here we are. We make it every time, somehow.
It's not suicidal if I'm that good.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
It only takes one fuck up. That's all it takes.
And
No, I mean, yeah, everybody fucks up once. Luckily, I fucked up a bunch in the past, so I think I'm done fucking up.
I don't think
there's.
I don't think fuck ups work on a credit system. I'm not sure that works that way.
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I was doing great. And then, I come across you, Dreamer, and then I fuck up, and now I was a laughing stock at the office for a few weeks. So, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
That's called character development.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like you slipped up once. It's cool. Like, honestly, you could probably freaking kill me easily if you wanted, but like,
but I don't
that's
want to.
Not the thing.
I don't want to. I actually respect you.
Thank you.
That's all it takes for you not to kill somebody is respect them.
Look, I went by the book with a lot of Lazarus things, and I went off the books, and she still outran me, so I'll respect it.
And that was before I even had this car.
So
That's a lot. Okay, so are we going to the custom burrito, or what are we doing
Oh
here?
gosh,
It's the curious burrito.
Oh,
but
the
yeah,
curious
yeah.
burrito.
you stay away
Yeah.
from that peanut sauce.
Oh, you can bet.
If they have peanut sauce burritos in there, I'm gonna be so disappointed. But then if they do have like some veggie rolls with some peanut sauce, I'm down. You know? Let's go check this out.
Wait.
You're our security. That's the
They
reason
have
that you're
actual
here.
vegetables.
I mean, it's that synthesized stuff, but like
Oh, okay.
that's all we get. Like meat's not real anymore.
I mean, I don't mind tofu. Especially if it's like grilled. It's quite nice. Seasoned, grilled, it's pretty good.
That's true, but that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that like lab-grown meat that they do, so they
It's
don't have
okay.
to actually. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's okay.
All right.
But yeah,
Like, I
let's
couldn't
go.
actually get any hungrier if y'all talked more. Like, can we get the food now?
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'll take it easy.
I do offer Kurt one of my food sticks. I have. It's not gonna taste great, but I mean,
I'm gonna
it's still
pass.
something.
I really am wanting like burritos, like for real
All right.
burritos.
All right, I was just trying to help satiate the appetite a little bit till we get there, but now then again, it's Dreamer, so we're gonna be there in probably a minute or two.
Right? It's like, I mean, like pizza doesn't get here fast enough.
So yeah, you pull up to Curious Burritos. It's fairly clean shop. You're in the upper marina, so you're a little bit out of the hot zone, maybe like a mile or something, but not terribly far. And you head on in. It's one of those places that you go through and you have them make your burrito for you. So they have the variety of stuff. They have they have tofu, different types of kibble or kibble sausage sort of things. Their specialized chorizo kibble. That of course you have to have that, but it's more of a breakfast burrito thing. But they also have some of their like faux veggies and whatnots, and plenty of toppings, sauces, etc. Very much, pick out what you want. They do have their daily special, the mystery burrito. You never quite know what you're going to get, but it's half the price.
I'll take it.
You are a brave woman.
Yeah, nah, I'm good on that.
What's the matter, Doc? I thought you said you were all. What's all this talk about being resilient and shit?
I am very resilient. I'm resilient when I know what it is.
Like what that one cowboy actor said. Bravery is being afraid but still saddling up anyway.
So what's Burnout want and what's Dreamer want?
Burnout gets something spicy.
Oh boy.
All right.
I was actually thinking like maybe a black bean burrito with some jalapeno stuff on there, maybe some onions and a little bit of romaine lettuce, and then on top of that, I also want some fiery habanero sauce on there, and maybe like a mango habanero. Even though the mango flavor these days is all artificial and stuff, it's still like that sweetness to it. That sounds really good. Maybe toss some black olives on there too, a little bit of guac, and that sounds good.
This poor worker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we all now know what Crimson gets at Chipotle.
Oh my god, I love Chipotle.
Well, they also have Beyond Beef there now too, so yes.
What's the beyond part? That's where I'm a little...
Beyond your understanding.
Beyond Beef is like literally just like synthesized meat that's actually made with vegetables. it is made to bleed like real meat, but it is actually just a vegetable blend that's all kind of just like compressed together.
I'll
That
You
is
know,
pretty good.
I'll go with that. I'll go with the closest thing to a steak burrito that this place can come up with, but spicy style. So we're gonna have the artificial steak. We're gonna have the
Yep.
white rice. We're gonna have the pinto beans. We're gonna have the probably artificial cheese. We're gonna have the sour cream. We're gonna have a little bit of guac, a little bit of chopped up lettuce, and some pico de gallo thrown in there, and all wrapped up and good to go.
I see you're going with the satanic burrito.
Yes.
Yeah. Satan is actually the
Yeah.
fake
Yeah.
steak. That's yes. I actually have a restaurant like around my house that has they literally on the menu it's satanic chili. Pretty good.
It's crazy.
But yeah. And then I guess we pop a squat and wait for dude to show up.
All right.
That's a look. That's a look. I can picture that right there. That's a look. Right? We've got corpo exec, to the teeth Frost sitting there with her burrito. We've got like down and out paramedic looking dude, right, eating his burrito, sitting next to essentially the stunt driver from the Matrix sitting next to us, right? And it's like, man, that's a team. That's a team right there.
I assume this is a considered a good quality meal.
Yeah, this is a good
All
quality
right,
meal.
so 20 eddies.
20.
Also for the poor worker that was probably trying to handle all our orders, I'm gonna leave a 10 eddy tip on top of that.
All right. So you drop him some eddies. Very appreciative. It kicks you a free what would they have? Kicks over like a free fake flan, a synthesized flan,
Nice.
synth egg flan sort of thing.
They,
You got any of that tiramisu back there?
No, we've been out for months,
uh,
and I can't wait for us to get some back.
Burnout just yeah, let me get a large horchata to go with this, and I'll be good to go.
Be nice.
Yep. And so
Yeah,
you guys.
Dreamer also tips, so in addition to my 20, I'm throwing in an extra 5 eddies on top of that, just because like 20 to 25% is typically a good tip. And if the person goes over the top, you give them more. 20 is baseline. You gotta tip every meal.
All right. So you guys get your food, you get your drinks, you step out into the dining area, and you see the guy that you were talking to.
I'm gonna search him for. I'm gonna give him a look over for any weapons.
Since you're doing it visually, then I would say that's a perception.
Perception.
I
All
always
right.
feel like conceal reveal is more of an interactive thing.
I mean, I would give the pat down, but like that, I don't want to raise too many eyes. But I do have all my points over in threat detection.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
The crit successes this game are, oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so 21 plus 5, so 26. Just giving this guy a look over for any possible concealed weapons, including on his arm, like in his arms.
So he doesn't have like cyber arms. He does have a little chip socket, presumably some, neural wear and probably something else attached to that, probably work related. But doesn't. He's got like a heavy pistol on him. You get a glimpse of his holster. It's a well-worn holster. It's probably something he carries every day. I mean, it's a decent one. It's not anything to like write home about, but
I'm
it's not a
gonna
polymer.
I'm gonna sit on his I'm gonna sit on the side where his holster is, just so I can grab his arm if he tries reaching for anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's great because I was gonna walk up and pop a squat right in front of him and like literally sit straight across from him and be like, "All right, hey there, cutie. So you're gonna help us out?"
Yeah. I can help you guys out, but
First things first, take whatever chips in your socket out, just so that way we know we aren't being recorded. Okay.
oh, all right. Reaches up, like checks, and it was like, oh, there's no chip. There's actually not a chip in there, but like just
Okay.
it's like I
All right.
forget what I
Yeah.
have in there.
You understand that we're gonna be very under wraps about this because you don't want the boss finding out, do you?
Absolutely not. So,
Thank you.
yeah, kick over the rest of that money, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Hmm. All right. Over the table, just want to double check with the crew. Everyone cool with dropping this cash right now?
Drop part of it.
Half up front, half on the tell you what. We do have all the money right now. I just need to make sure that the intel is good, but I know that you need to get some assurances up front. So I got this 500 Eddie chip right here. The other 1,000 will come depending on the information that you give. This 500 right here is just for taking this meeting with us. Sound good?
Okay, I can do that.
All right.
It takes that, and then, yeah. So, he's like, "What do you want to know, about it?" You asked about a shipment. So there's a rumor that they're gonna start replacing a bunch of people's Neuralinks. And so we'll probably get a bunch of Neuralinks in pretty soon. There's something, I don't know. There's a rumor about there's something in the pipelines for doing that, especially like starting at the top levels. But so I mean I don't know exactly when, but
UR is developing some new Neuralinks? Is that what you're saying?
maybe. They're supposed to be getting like these really good ones or something that they're talking about, and like I've heard like there's a little rumor going on, but I don't know exactly when. I can, if you give me your number, I can ping you when they come in, like first thing, or when I know, and so you can be first in line.
Yeah.
Probably give me a burner number.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna drop the burner number. I'll give them that number right now, just to my burner phone, not to my actual phone. And just be like, all right, here this is. This is a private number. It is encrypted, so I expect the message that you send to be the same.
All right.
I also would have dumped my phone in the Faraday box over in
my car.
over in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Can we just assume that every time I get out of the car to discuss business, I'm tossing both of the phones in there?
Yes, we can make that assumption. So then that will just be the baseline. And if you get out of the car for business, then and you want your phone, well, then you're gonna have to go back and get it.
That's fair. Yes.
But yeah, we can make that your like default setting.
Yeah. That is definitely. All right, cool. Well, that's awesome. I definitely do want the scoop on that. If they're coming out with a new line, I just got one installed, and like, I don't even have anything attached to it yet. It's just kind of there, and I was planning on getting all the extra shit later. But yeah, so oh god, I hope I don't have to go buy a new one. Are they gonna like discontinue the operating system?
Oh, I don't. You should probably ask your friend there. He seemed to know a ton about those things. Um, I don't know that much about the operating systems and the drivers or whatever. I mean, I had mine go out one time, like a driver problem, and it was bad. Like
Oof.
all sorts of twitchy and stuff until the doc went and like updated things and
Jeepers creepers. I
You
don't
know.
envy that.
Um,
I got another question for you real quick.
yeah.
What just humor me for a second. What is the coolest thing that you've seen come through recently that they didn't actually turn around and sell back to people? What's the coolest shit you've seen in the last couple weeks?
Oh, last couple of weeks. Um. So, you know, like, there's wasn't quite a couple, well, maybe kind of, but like, recently there was like that thing where like a drone went and shot a bunch of people or something, and like shot a
Yeah.
bunch of cops. It was during that ash storm that we had a little bit back, but
Yeah.
so right after that, we got a bunch of really like old drones. Most of them were total garbage, like completely fried. But a couple of them were actually in pretty good conditions. We got a couple like spider drones, and we got a little like little, I don't know, I can't remember what they're called. They're like a helicopter drone, but they had like a little gun on them and shit. They had like a dart gun on them and stuff. That was cool. So we got to play around with those a little bit. That was fun. Until the boss came back, and then we had to put them away. But
Yeah, can't get caught having too much fun at work. You know the old saying that all these corporations say, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. They don't want you to have any free time when you're on the job.
no, not at all. So I mean, they you know Ziggurat, they all about like all the records. They even like time how long each of my interactions with customers are. If I spend too long, they charge me.
Ah, fuck, that's so shitty. Like, can't you just like, you're trying to do an upsell. That's not fair. Like, you should have more rights as a worker than that. You should like talk to your coworkers and like see what everyone wants out of the job and then like try to actually get that.
Yeah, but it's so hard to switch jobs, especially when they require cyberware, and then they have to take it out, and you have to get new shit in. But like between that, like that sucks. Like when they
Yeah.
take it out before you get your new cyberware, like, man,
Imagine how all those fast food workers feel too, having to get like the latest speedware installed and then like being partially owned by the company. That's
that's why I didn't go there. Like, at least like Ziggurat, like, I mean, what am I gonna do with a bunch of speedware? But like, at least I have like a chip socket interface plugs. I mean, I can play hella ELO.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh my god, like, do you guys play ELO?
Not really my thing. I don't
What
really
offline?
do video games.
What elf line you with?
Oh, so no, it just did you see what's going on there? Or like today?
I haven't been able to log in. What's up?
Oh my god. So it's fucking crazy. Like this morning, a fucking big ass, like greedy ass dragon. He's named Old Gargantuan Lizard.
Okay.
And he just like spawned and started attacking people even in like the cities and camps and taking everybody's items and money and shit.
Just So you mean to tell me someone just bypassed everything Segatari did to keep people from multi-boxing and just spawning shit inside cities?
Yeah. And like it says I own everything you create on a loop. And like that was really bad. But
I'm
then
glad I haven't logged in yet.
But then, like, dude, like at lunchtime, I was on my break, and I saw a screenshot from this guy I follow, Death to All. He does videos and stuff.
Yeah? What's up?
Oh, we've heard of him.
Yeah. So he lost that like sword of his. You know that like
The
special
Sword of
he had?
Arvish?
Yeah. And
Oh.
he had a screenshot 10 minutes afterwards. UR's avatar was using that now.
UR is able to just pay to win for this shit. Okay. Oh boy.
So
okay.
it's exploded. Like, oh my
boy.
god.
Segatari is going to. I'm surprised Segatari has not just started dumping into Ziggurat though.
I mean,
boy,
I did actually hear about like a huge slew of bannings off of the social media network that UR has been doing, and essentially, it sounds to me like he might be actually like stealing people's information through that new purchase of that site and
well,
using it to his advantage in the game.
But there's like no way Segatari is going to let this go unanswered. Like they are very protective of the game, especially because this is their biggest moneymaker.
Yeah, but you know the rumors. UR is trying to buy the company so he can just control it.
I doubt that's going to happen.
I mean, that's what they said about this. That's what they said about the website too.
Well, that was always Ziggurats.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. When you log on, you're gonna have like a million notifications. It's crazy.
I'm afraid to log in. Maybe it might protect me from anything bad happening.
Maybe I don't know. It got me this morning, so.
Oh dear.
I mean,
I'm so sorry about that. I'm pretty sure my elf line will be happy to go in hit some dungeons with you to help you out.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, here's my handle.
Even in this giant technological age of cyberpunk dystopian future, Burnout looks at these three conversating as like an old man watching kids talk about that brand new Nintendo.
Well, it's one of the few things that Frost uses it because it's VR and it allows her to do combat, and it's not just the same Militech combat VR training for the 23rd time this week. You can actually go after actual people. She enjoys PvPing a lot.
I'm more just impressed that y'all got time for games.
I don't. I actually don't follow this.
I got bored, and one of my friends like, hey, try this. It'll be a little bit better probably than VR training, and help me, interact with people. You stealth them, and then collect 1,000 gold and leave.
I don't know anything about video games. I just know that
I don't know.
Honestly, the UR shit coming out talking about freedom of speech, but then banning anyone who says anything that goes against what he wants to be perceived as the truth.
Yeah,
that's what I've been hearing about.
I got a feeling there's something wrong because personally, I admire them. I do. Like they're able to get out and really be themselves and be really open about it. But it's just this is so out of line. Kind of worried about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that he claims he's a self-made man when it's all his parents' money that he got started with.
But I mean that's just a rumor. I mean, nobody's actually identified his parents yet.
No, they just kind of came up out of nowhere. So who knows what happened?
Yeah. Well,
There have been videos about his parentage. They just keep getting pulled down as soon as they go up because he calls it like intellectual property damage or something.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, I mean,
well, yeah, but like, would you really leave the video up? Like that one of like the robot, giving birth to him and stuff like that. Would you really leave that up?
okay, that's just like,
That one was,
you know,
oh,
it like I can enjoy a good meme. Don't get me wrong, I can enjoy a good meme, but I believe some things have to be done within taste.
yeah.
I mean,
But
the fact that
Alright.
when he came out in that video, the baby smiled at the camera and gave 2 thumbs up is kind of a clue that that one's not quite right.
That shit was
they're
funny.
uh,
All right. Well, yeah. So was that good information? Do I get the other 500? I mean, I got some new Elfline shit to
the
buy.
other 500. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
500 eddies like that'll get you quite a bit of gold in game because I mean it's only $20 for 2 grand. So
Uh,
yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna be rolling fat.
I like the info we got, and yeah, I can give you the other 500 as long as you do promise me to give me that call, send me some messages as soon as that gets in, so I can be the first in line. That's the deal, right?
That's the deal.
All right, here you go.
He takes it and he's like, "I'm getting me new armor." Turning into Frost.
Wait till the Warlock DLC drops. There might be some good stuff there.
Oh
I
shit!
lean
Is
over
that
to
this weekend?
Burnout.
No, next weekend. Next weekend.
We'll have to get something to
Well,
last.
Segatari might have to back it up though because of what happened, and yeah.
They'll just use it to charge people again.
I lean over
yeah.
to Burnout.
But-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm getting new stuff. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. If you want to know anything else, like, you can hit me up. I need new armor for my guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's another thing.
What's up?
So, this is a real like big secret. They don't let anybody know this. There's like a whole like area underneath the warehouse.
Do you know what's down there?
Oh.
Mostly storage, but we actually have to like go underground and we come out a different place so that the employees never leave the building. The warehouse building, like from the front door.
Oh, so that way people don't get mugged on their way out the door or something.
I think it's mostly because the tech.
Yeah, definitely the tech.
But it's convenient for us. I mean,
where-
because there's no like reclaimers
Well,
or whatever hanging out like in the parking lot. You know.
Is it just a straight line tunnel, or has it got other stuff down there too?
There's some like other stuff. It's a little bit damaged. I think it's pre-war.
Oh, okay. So this is like possibly subway tunnel or
Probably.
well,
Hmm.
s-
You
do
think
do
he'd
you think
hear
you could-
trains running?
Well, probably on the newer systems, but maybe not old pre-war tunnels. Most of that system's probably gone.
You know who else was in a pre-war tunnel, right?
No.
Cybercroc.
No, not the damn
What?
Cybercroc.
No, you just see Frost just kind of looking for a drink. The what?
The
Yeah.
Cybercroc.
What is this? What?
No,
Yeah,
the
somebody-
body sculptor. His body sculptor.
Oh yeah, good point.
So you think that
Goddamn
maybe
Cybercroc.
So you mean to think that maybe he takes that train of his and moves between different parts that he can get to?
That would make sense.
No wonder why. So maybe that's why. Maybe UR never goes to the combat. He goes to you.
He could get anywhere in the city with those tunnels. There could be whole complexes down there.
There might be mole people.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There could be like a hive.
Ah, shit.
So I think we'll leave it at that. You guys can ponder the possibilities.
Before we go, I lean over to Burnout if that guy's still standing there, and I'm just like, I guess he didn't remember that you said we'd give him an extra 1,500 because we just got off with only 1,000.
Yeah.
Sick.
I registered
Yeah.
that.
You registered that, but like as soon as you turned away, like he started talking to Frost about ELO.
You're welcome.
And it's just like you know, super excited right now. He just got a pocket full of cash, and he's like, I'm going home and spending it on my character. You know,
Yeah.
why would I save this for a month worth of rent? You know,
He's
No,
gonna
Cube-
pop some
I mean, Cube
tags
Hotel
because
is-
he's got 1,000 eddies in his pocket.
Cube hotel rooms only $500 a month.
Mm.
As long as you pay for that, maybe some Elf Lines brand, Continental Brands Elf Line Special Edition kibble, you get some nice codes and get some nice stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
That is so rehearsed.
what do you mean?
How much advertising do you watch on a daily basis?
What do you mean? You. She just kind of looks at Bernard. You know what I've done. You know where I've been. I've been to. I see a lot of things. I hear a lot of things. It's
Right,
this-
but like you're like reciting the kibble infomercial word for word.
No, I'm not. That would be way too long, and I wouldn't be able to remember such a thing.
Side effects may include.
Like just out of nowhere, X to doubt.
Okay, look, I might be a bit of a nerd. Okay, you got a problem with that, cowboy?
No, not at all. Not at all. Just own it.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure. All right.
All right.
It means
So-
I can get with the kids.
We're gonna leave it off here. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, cast, because it was a lot of fun. And we will be back next week, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. And so we will go ahead and do our outros, and let's kick it off with Crimson.
Hey y'all, I've been Crimson Galaxy, that is Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. I was playing Dreamer today, getting all that info with those hella good rolls, and you can find me on Twitter at sin_gal. You can find me on both Twitch and Instagram, which I don't use as much, sadly, at Crimson_Galaxy_RPG. As for the games you can find me in later this week, on Wednesday you can find me playing Things from the Flood over on Party White Games at 1 p.m. PST. On Thursday you can catch me playing Call of Cthulhu over on So Matty Games at 4:30 p.m. PST. And then I'll be back here on next Monday. Looking forward to hanging out with y'all.
Excellent. All right, let's pass it over to Diamond Dust.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dust, VTuber from the Moonlighters Streaming Network. I do a lot of Cyberpunk RED content over on my channel here on Twitch. I am going to be working on producing monthly homebrew booklets here. That's something that I've decided I will do this year. Also, on top of that, I run Cyberpunk RED on my channel Wednesday nights at let's see, I'm trying to think, East Coast time, 8 p.m. East Coast time, and also coming soon on Thursday mornings, especially for those of you in Europe, you'll be able to catch us at a decent time. At 11 a.m. EST, I will be running my own production, Eddie's and Elf Lines, here at Cyberpunk Red, where hopefully, yeah, you'll get to see a little bit more of that DLC. And I guess other than that, you can catch me over here on Twitch, over on Twitter, especially on Discord. Like, feel free to come bother me.
Cool. And Kurt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kurt, also known as Covenant Door Alchemist. You can find me everywhere at the following socials. Twitter's where I'm the most active because I'm a creature of habit. But past that, you can find me on Sundays where we do Star Wars, Luck of the Draw. We are on a current break right now and running the reruns of our previous season to catch everybody up and whatnot. But you can expect some brand new content coming real soon over there on Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. Also, just finished casting for my Blade Runner game that I'm going to be running here pretty quick, so pay attention to my socials and you'll see where that's happening. Past that, you can catch me here next Monday for more of Cyberpunk RED.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys' games over here. Those should be good. Well, actually, all your games I'm sure are great, but you know.
They're absolute crap.
Well,
Yes.
I tried. I've got all exotics in my party, so I'm
I
working
forgot
with it.
to mention it. After this game next week, I actually do have a brand new series that I'm in starting up. Power Rangers Arcanines over on the Initiative Order, where I'm going to be playing the Yellow Ranger. And that's going to be starting next week at 6 p.m. PST. And I hope that y'all will be able to come out and watch that because it's going to be, like, honestly, it seems like it's going to be one hell of a production. It seems super fun from all the info we're getting. Like, definitely come check that out, please.
awesome. Awesome. I know you're super excited about that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yep. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tracy, or Stinkpalm 007, and you can catch me under that handle on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, wherever I end up. Mostly Discord. And you can also catch me on Mondays here each week, and most Fridays, but not this next Friday, on High Riders at Fridays, 8 p.m. But we are taking this week off. But that's where you can catch me. Thank you for joining us on Cybernation Uncensored for session 4 of I Know You're a Twit, but What Am I? And we'll see you guys next week, same time.
Bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.